Hi, I'm Elizabeth and welcome to another crochet session. Today I want to show you how to make this very lovely and lacy shell stitch, which is called the flame stitch. As you can see, this shell stitch has these stitches that makes it look like burning flames. For me, it looks like more floral, but this is how it's called, so we'll call it the flame stitch. So let's go ahead and let's make some fire. So for this tutorial, I will be using an Aran yarn from the Women's Institute, which is the soft and smooth. And I will match it up with a 5mm crochet hook. First, I'm going to make a slip knot. The flame stitch requires a multiple of 10 plus 2, so for this video I will be chaining 40 plus 2, and that will give us 42. So now I have 42 chains. So to begin the first row, into the second chain from the hook, make a single crochet. Now chain 3. Skip the next 3 chains and into the next chain make a single crochet. Chain 3. This time we're going to skip just 1 chain and into the next chain make a single crochet. Chain 3. This time we're going to skip 3 chains again and into the next chain make a single crochet. So this is the foundation of our first flame stitch. So we'll do the same into the next a couple of chains. So let's continue. So that's chain 3. Skip the next 3 chains and make a single crochet into the next chain. And then chain 3 again. This time only skip 1 chain and then make a single crochet into the next chain. And then chain 3. Skip the next 3 chains and make a single crochet into the next chain. So now we have made 2 foundation for the flame stitch, 2 foundation chains. And we'll do that all the way across for the next 20 stitches. Now I'm on the last stitches now, so I'm going to skip the next 3 chains and into the very last chain here, make a single crochet. So this is our first row. Now to begin row 2, chain 1, and then turn your work into the very first stitch, make a single crochet, and then chain 1. Now we're going to skip the next chain 3 space and the single crochet. Into the next chain 3 space, make 2 double crochets together. So that's yarn over, insert your hook into the space and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. So we've got 2 loops on our hook, and then yarn over, insert your hook into the same space, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. Now we've got 3 loops on our hook, and then yarn over and pull it through the 3 loops on the hook. So this is our first 2 double crochets together. And we're going to put 5 into the same space here, but before we do that, we're going to chain 3 first, and then make 2 double crochets together, and then chain 3 again, and then make 2 double crochets together. Chain 3 again, and make 2 double crochets together. So now we have 4. We need 1 more time. So now we have 5 2 double crochets together. So we're not finished yet. So instead of chaining 3, we're only going to chain 1. And then we're going to skip the next chain 3 space and into the next single crochet, make a single crochet. So this is our first flame stitch. As you can see, the 2 double crochets together makes the shell stitch flamey. So as you can see as well, we have 5 flames here, and it creates these 4 holes. So make sure you remember these top 2 here. So we're going to do something on the next row. Now we will continue. I'm going to chain 1, and then we're going to skip the next chain 3 space and that single crochet there, and then into the next chain 3 space we're going to make the flame stitch again. So that's 2 double crochets together. Chain 3, then work 2 double crochets together, so we're going to continue and make these 2 double crochets together 5 times. So we have done 2 now. Chain 3, then 2 double crochets together, chain 3 again, two double crochets together, chain 3, then one last 2 double crochets together. Try to yarn over first. And now, after the 5th 2 double crochets together, we're just going to do chain 1, and then we're going to skip the next 3 chains, and into the next single crochet, make a single crochet. So we have made our second flame stitch, and we're going to do that all the way across. So for the next 2 foundation stitches here. So at the end of the row, we should have 4 flame stitches. So every time you begin with the flame stitch, make sure you make a chain 1 first. So make sure when you make the flame stitch, you've got 5 sets of 2 double crochets together. Otherwise, we won't be able to fulfill the next row, and you will have to unravel your stitches. So I'm here now towards the end, and I'm going to skip that last chain 3 space there and into the very first single crochet that we made here, and it's now the last. Make a single crochet. So this is our second row. So we haven't been working on the repeat, so this is just the foundation stitches. So the next row will be the beginning of the repeat. So it's the flame stitch only have 2 row repeats, so you want to make sure that the foundation stitches are nice and correct. So before you proceed to the next row, make sure you have 5 flames on each flame stitch. So let's proceed with the next row. So the next row will be the beginning of the row repeat. So to begin, I'm going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the first 4 chains will be counted as our first treble crochet, and the next 3 chains will be the next 3 chain space. So the flame stitch is quite tall, so that's why we have treble crochets here. Now I'm going to turn the work, and then I mentioned in the previous round that we need to watch these 2 holes here. So into the second hole of the flame stitch, make a single crochet, and then chain 3, and then make a single crochet into the next space, and then chain 3, and then at the bottom of the flame stitch, between the 2 flame stitches, there's a single crochet. Into that stitch, make a treble crochet. So that's yarn over twice, insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. As you can see here, we are boxing the flame stitch. So we needed that so that we are able to make another set of flame stitches on the next row. So as you can see, this chain 3 spaces here is just the same as in row 1 really, but since row 1 we are making the stitches on chain stitch, it's hard to explain the stitches on this level. This is our first row of repeat. So the logic of this row is to actually flatten the curve, as we won't be able to make any stitches if we have these curves. So we are just resetting the row to flat again. So to continue, chain 3, and into the second hole of the next flame stitch, make a single crochet, and then chain 3 again, and into the next hole, make a single crochet, and then chain 3, and into the next single crochet, which is at the bottom of the flame stitch, make a treble crochet. So we are going to continue like this all the way across with chain 3 spaces. So that's chain 3 here, and then into the second chain 3 space of the flame stitch, make a single crochet, and then chain 3, and then make a single crochet into the next chain 3 space. Then chain 3 again, and then make a treble crochet into the next single crochet. Chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, and then single crochet, our very last chain 3 here, and into the last single crochet make a treble crochet. Make sure you take the 2 loops of that single crochet, so this is the 3rd row. So we are at the back of the stitches of the pattern, and this is the front. So we are going to be working on this side or in the next row. So to continue with our next row, I'm going to chain 1, then I'm going to turn, and then into the very first stitch make a single crochet, and then chain 1, and then we're going to skip the next 3 chain space and the next single crochet, and into the next chain 3 space make the flame stitch. So that's 2 double crochets together. First, and then chain 3, then 2 double crochets together again, and continue with the stitches to build the flame stitch. That's chain 1, and then skip the next chain 3 space, and into the top of the treble crochet make a single crochet. So we have made the second level of the flame stitch. As you can see, we only have 2 repeats because the stitches are at the lined stitch. So as you can see, the flame stitch here is above the previous flame stitch. So this is quite nice because you only have 2 row repeats. So make sure when you insert your hook back in, the working yarn is at the front of your crochet hook. So to proceed, I'm going to chain 1 first, skip the next 3 chains and that single crochet, and into the next chain 3 space make your next flame stitch. Okay, so we have 5 here, so I'm just going to chain 1, going to skip the next chain 3 space and into the top of the next treble crochet make a single crochet. So I'm going to repeat that all the way across, and I'll see you towards the end. Okay, so we are towards the end of the row. So here I'm going to chain 1. As I mentioned earlier, the first 4 chains is for the treble crochet here. So we're going to skip the next 3 chains and into the 4th. So it's also the 4th from here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's the 4th. Make a single crochet. So it's either you do this like this. Make sure you take 2 loops as well, so that it doesn't create a hole. So but I like to take the top loops of that chain, and I will tell you why. Okay, so that's the 2 loops, and then make a single crochet. So the reason why I take the 2 loops, it makes the chain 3 here, the turning chains, doesn't look like chains, so it looks like one of the treble crochet. So although you can see clearly that it's chains. So this is the second row repeat. So to proceed with the next row, all you need to do is to repeat the 3rd row and then the 4th row. So 3 and 4, and you will arrive at these stitches. So this is very nice. This is a very nice pattern. So the row where you work the flame stitches is the right side, and the row where you work the chains is the wrong side. So I want to show you one of my projects that I have made using these stitches. I'll see you in a bit. So this is one of the sample of the project I have made using the flame stitch, and it's really nice. I haven't got a pattern for this because I'm still learning how to make the sizes. So when I'm through with that, I am happy to share with you how to make this particular cardigan or poncho as the right word for it. So this is what we have made here. So that's the back and this is the front. So thank you for watching. I hope you learned something and I'll see you again next time.